So, Libras, I'm going to talk about your past first, and then we'll go into the other positions. I like to mention the past first, just to provide a little bit of context. So, if you for those of you who are watching this, if I go over the past and you feel like that is applicable to you, then the rest of the reading pretty much will resonate. If it doesn't apply to you, then I feel like, take bits and pieces where it applies, all right? Um, First of all, we do have here the Magician and the Ace of Cups. This is kind of like manifesting the relationship partner that you want, conjuring up the ideal partner. And I feel like, in the real world, a lot of you are coming into or have come into, since November, coming into December single. And I feel like for those of you who are single, everything looks really, really positive and very stable for you. The relationship people or people who are coupled up in relationships, I'm going to go into that in a little bit. But first of all, I feel like a lot of you have done a lot of healing, a lot of self work on yourself. And I do sense that you have spent the majority of, the last 6 months getting your life sorted out, getting your financial situation stable. I do see a lot of people grooming their hair, coloring their hair, smoothing their hair, straightening out their hair, straightening out their wardrobe, getting new articles of clothing, and, wanting to look a little bit more attractive in order to attract the right relationship partner. I feel a lot of you have physically sat down at a desk and like wrote down a list of criteria that you would want for your next relationship partner. And I do sense that many of you are very, very like picky as of right now who you want to be with. And I feel like some of you might not have dated very much and you are trying the online dating. Others of you, if you haven't dated very much and you're trying the online dating, you're going to make a huge splash, okay? It's kind of like beginner's luck, so enjoy it. And then others of you, I feel like you've been through a series of like good, bad, mediocre relationships. So you might have dated a lot in the past. And I feel like you're approaching dating very skeptically. So I feel like rather than, wasting time, you're sitting down and you're trying to manifest the person, which means writing down, down to the eye color, height and things like that of the ideal partner, of the what you want the other person to be like, what you want the other person to look like as well. So this combination is very, very positive. I feel like for some of you in the recent past, you might have come across, you might have been crushing on somebody. I see like somebody who is possibly a teacher, possibly in a public environment, like they're in the public eye. They have a, they're very intelligent, very charismatic. They do something with their voice for a living, either singing, lecturing, teaching, or persuading other people with their voice. So they're saying this is a person that you have a crush on, that you really like, and they have a very, very beautiful voice. They might have an accent. And I feel like they're in an environment where they use their voice to make a living, okay? Singing, acting, voice, what are they? Voice actors. Voice actors, singer comes to mind. And somebody who, expresses themselves really, really well. And you're dealing with somebody who's very intelligent. So I feel like a lot of you are coming into this month already like carrying a torch for somebody. What's coming through in the present position? So that's what's happened in the past, like in November. And the present situation, we have the Six of Cups as well as the Page of Cups. So I feel like whoever it is that you like, they know that you like them. And they are reciprocating your feelings. So it looks really good so far. So the Six of Cups is kind of like that soulmate connection, okay? So especially for those of you who have not been dating very much, right? And I mentioned about beginner's luck. You are going to encounter somebody that's really going to sweep you off your feet. And I do feel it might be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through for this month. And then for others of you who have been kind of jaded in the past with dating, you are manifesting the person that you want. And I feel that you're getting somebody who is pretty darn close to, you know, like your ideal type. So give this person a chance, okay? You have an offer coming through that is very, very fruitful. It's on the table for you. And I feel like if you have been manifesting, this is coming through. At first glance, it might not seem like it's the right thing for you. But I do feel this is something that you have been asking for, or, you know, trying to manifest in the past. And this is a really, really good person coming through for you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And it looks really good. And which brings me to the crowning energy. The crowning energy is the person, the situation, the circumstance that you are thinking about, something that's weighing on your mind very, very heavily for this month. I feel like a lot of you are just looking for, you know, physical connections, and there's nothing wrong with that. So there's nothing wrong with that. And especially if you haven't been dating for the past few years, I feel like a lot of you have so many suitors. So once again, beginner's luck, get out there and start dating. If you've been MIA from the dating scene for the past 2 years, 3 years, it's a really good time for you to put yourself back out there on the dating market. I feel like you really want more, like, you know, sexual connections. You want more of a physical connection. And I feel that you might be easily swept away, mainly because, you know, you want to get intimate with another person. Be very careful about lust, infatuation, and, you know, versus, and like chemistry versus real love. Okay. So don't mistake these three things, because I feel like they're very different. But if you haven't been dating, you know, in the recent past, getting back into the dating scene is a little bit confusing. It's exciting, yes. It's a little bit daunting. If you don't know yourself well, you're going to get very confused between lust, infatuation, and true love. And I feel like true love is going to take some time. So already right off the bat, if you feel like you're falling head over heels by somebody, with someone, head over heels in love with someone, excuse me, then I feel that, you know, you need to re-examine whether or not whether or not you are fooling yourself, because I feel like it's just lust and infatuation. So be careful about that, okay? But on the other hand, if you are looking for a physical connection, your wish is being granted. You are going to meet somebody that is interested in having a physical connection with you, possibly a fire sign or a water sign, but either way, whatever you're asking for, it's going to be delivered. So if you just want, you know, a one night stand, a fling, short-term romance, or just, you know, to put yourself out there, you're going to have a lot of suitors coming your way to offer exactly what you want. So be very clear about what it is that you're trying to manifest, and being very clear about your intentions. The Nine of Cups is a card about overindulgence, okay? So this is like dating multiple people, going out a lot with a lot of people, having a lot of physical connections that makes you feel good, that really boosts your self-esteem. So overall, I don't feel anything like, I don't see any sneakiness. I don't see anything that's not, you know, moral about this. So whatever you want, I feel like it's being handed to you on a silver platter. So if you want that relationship, you really want to specify that. If you just want a short-term fling, it's also coming through. And I feel like you're going to get your wishes, you know, fulfilled, okay? So good for you, Libras. This spread is looking very good. In terms of your foundation, we have here the Nine of Pentacles. So we have the Nine of Cups and now the Nine of Pentacles. The foundation is something that you are entering the month of December already with, okay? So it's something that you know to be true. It's something that you have already embraced, have already accepted. It's in the picture when you hit the month of December. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card about self-employment. This is a card about somebody that has everything going in their life really, really well going. I'm sorry. It's somebody that has a lot of good things going in their lives, but they're missing one thing. And, you know, the 9 is like 1 away from the 10, which is the completion. So I feel like a lot of you have, Libras are very charming, are very beautiful people across the board. And I feel that, a lot of the times you have like a wide network of friends, a wide circle of friends. You have a lot of people that are attracted to you. You have a lot of people that want to be with you. I feel like you're looking for true love. You're looking for a soulmate. You're looking for your other half. And so you're going through relationships one after the other, like dating one person after another, in order to find that person that fulfills you and that completes you. And this can be very problematic because it sets up unrealistic expectations. And it also sets up a lot of like, it places a lot of expectation on the other person, right? And I feel overall, if we're not happy on our own, if we don't feel complete on our own, it's really hard for us to be a good relationship partner to another person. So I feel like there needs to be some type of re-examining here if you're looking for one specific person to fulfill you. All right. So just be careful about that. What's linked up with it here is the death card. And so I feel like a lot of you are going through this situation where you have a lot of suitors. There is some type of a turnaround where somebody stands out above all other people and you're no longer playing the field. You want to like settle down to an exclusive relationship. So you're deciding whether or not to like ditch the bachelor life or the bachelorette life and to settle down. A lot of you have an offer coming through from another person. Somebody wants to build a relationship with you. And on the one hand, you want to, continue to date around. You want to play, you want to be single. You want to maintain your singlehood and you want to like move about with a lot of partners. On the other hand, I feel like you're looking for something a little bit more real. So you have an offer that is coming through for you that's going to bring about completion. And I feel that you're meeting somebody this month that is really interested in you. And they really want to, build a foundation with you, build a relationship with you. And you're still deciding whether or not to move ahead with it. I feel like many of you are going to be given a title. Okay, so whenever I see the Empress card, I always think like, this is the girlfriend, the mistress, or the wife, or the fiance. This is at least a woman or a person with a title. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be settling down with this new person that wants to build a future with you. You're going to be given a title, and I feel that you're going to embrace that title. So whatever the title that is, they're going to make it very clear to you. They're going to ask you, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to have an affair with me? Do you want to be my fiance? So I feel like if you're in an existing relationship, there is going to be escalation, taking the relationship to the next level, being given a title by another person, okay? Being in a relationship with another person as well. While others of you are going to continue to play the field, are going to like, I feel like, remain single. So this is a very strange reading in which, I'm reading for two groups here. They have the same history. They have the same, current situation. But when it comes to the future position, they're going different ways. I guess it would make sense because a lot of you are not ready yet to settle down with this person because this energy seems to me to be a little bit young. This water sign that's coming through, their energy seems a little bit young, and I feel like you might want to just branch out and start dating other people. And then others of you might accept the proposal and might want to settle down and have, have the relationship with them. And as a result, your choices, your options are narrowing down, okay? So overall, it's very, straightforward, very direct, but I do feel that I do sense that a lot of you are going to be meeting some type of a soulmate for this month.